I down the first glass of whiskey in one gulp. That burn in the throat as the alcohol goes down is a thing of the past. After years of drinking, all that's left is the sweet flavor of malt. A few drinks, and my muscles start to relax. My head feels light. My vision gets cloudy. One headache later, and I'm outside the Red Tulip. Closing time, says Greta. My head is ringing like the church bells on Christmas Eve. The hammer is striking the wall of my skull like it's trying to break through. Too much whiskey, Jack. Better go home. Hello? Yeah, it's me. Well, call back tomorrow morning. I don't work at this hour. I'm not a pay-as-you-go masseuse. What? McLean? McLean's in New York? Who are you? Where did you get this information? Melville Port in Brooklyn. Follow the Lord? What the hell does follow the Lord mean? Hello? Hello? Dannazione. He hung up. McLean. It's been years since I heard his name. Why is he in New York? I don't like this, but I have to know. I'll go to the Melville Port in Brooklyn, but I better bring my gun with me. Even if I hate carrying a gun, I don't want to take a bullet for a call from who knows who. Dannazione. I can't see anything. I need to find the light switch. No switch here. Here's the switch. The light switch. A map of Italy. I'll go back there one day. I don't have any idea what's in these boxes, but if I put them there, there's got to be a reason. There's nothing interesting there. A manual on processing Jade, an essay on sleepwalking, and a treatise on the story of the Knights Templar. I must have been drunk when I bought these books. Maybe another time. The only useful thing on this shelf is the New York phone book. I don't need the phone book now. A series of useless manuals on the ethics of investigation, as if there were an elegant way to take a bullet in the thigh. Maybe another time. Useless papers in useless boxes. They're okay there. Documents, an ashtray, and takeaway Chinese food. Everything that you need for a good investigation. No, I have something else to do now. This calendar is from a few years back. I should throw it away, but I wouldn't know what to replace it with. It's pointless to flip the day. It's years behind. Inside, there's a nice mix of documents and underwear. Nothing useful in there. A fold-away bed, one of the best inventions in recent times. Family photographs before I left for America. It cost a lot to take a photograph back then. My mother insisted, and they took 5, one for each of us. I wonder how they are. It's been more than 20 years since I left Italy. I think I can do without it. Family photographs before I left for America. It cost a... I wonder how they are. My investigator's license. I don't need to carry it around. Patriotic American images. They add a little something for the clients. Patriotic American... Order was never my forte. It doesn't seem like the right time to start cleaning. It's been raining for days. I'd rather not open the windows. It's still raining outside. A map of the island of Manhattan. It's fine where it is. All the cases I've ever worked on over the years are filed in there. Boring cases of cheating spouses and petty thefts. Better not. Looking at these cases again would be a blow to my self-esteem. My 20 square feet of bathroom, with my $16 a piece ceramic sanitary ware. As long as the bed is in the way, there's no way I can open the door. A fold-away bed. The only suitcase I have. No, I don't have any trips planned. A manifesto from Pt.3 in Calabria, the city where I was born. Documents on old cases. Some canned tomatoes, beans, and other grub to keep me alive. Boxes, papers, and other stuff that I don't need anymore. It looks like a statue of a seagull or a pigeon. I didn't remember having this junk in my storage room. I can't reach it. Anyway, I doubt it's worth anything. If I actually tried to put these shelves in order, I'd realize that at least half of these things should be thrown out. I doubt I'll find anything useful there. What's left of an old bicycle? Mop and pail. Perfect for a housewife. Detergent and clothespins, the bare necessities to look presentable. No, I don't see what I should do with it. It's my gun holster. Dannazione. It's been years since I put the gun in here. I don't have any idea of what the combination is. If I actually tried to put these shelves in order, there are just boxes with papers up there. Just a stack of old documents. It's fine where it is. A jar of lard. I don't have any intention to put that greasy thing in my coat. My homemade photography lab. I develop my own photographs. I can't let compromising materials end up with some photographer with a loose tongue. The last red light bulb I had blew up last week, and the place where I usually buy them doesn't open until tomorrow morning. A basic element is missing, the film roll. My homemade photography. I develop my own. The last red. When I rented this apartment, this thing was already there. It's kind of broken, but I didn't pay for it. The only useful thing back here is this old box of ammunition, but it's pointless for me to take it without the gun. It's an old trunk full of clothes. There's nothing in there but blankets and clothes. It's an old trunk full of clothes. I don't have the time or the intention to start developing photographs now. My investigator's license. 20 bucks, a damn questionnaire, and anyone who wants to can stick their nose in your business. It's my gun holster. Dannazione. It's been years since I put the gun in here. I don't have any idea of what the combination is. My gun. My gun. It's been a while since I used it. I don't like to carry it with me. Anyway, it's not loaded, and it's pretty useless to carry it around without any bullets. I must have some bullets in my office somewhere. I just need to remember where. My gun. I bought it when I got my private investigator's license, but I stopped carrying it with me almost immediately. It's just dead weight. Here are the bullets. Let's hope they didn't rot over the years. Great. There are just 3 bullets. Better to be an optimist and see the magazine half full rather than half empty. There are just 3 bullets. Good. The gun is loaded now. My gun. I bought it when I... The telephone. My favorite armchair, but maybe that's because it's the only one I have. Even though I'm really tempted, I don't have time to rest right now. There's something under the door. I must have been too drunk to notice it when I got here. It's a letter from Slavonsky, the apartment owner.
Dear Mr. Del Nero, please remember that you are 2 months late with rent. You are asked to fulfill your duties as renter, to avoid unpleasant consequences. This is the last notice that I send. If you do not pay, I take drastic measures. Sincerely, Vladimir Alexandrovich Slavonsky.
If I had the money, I'd pay the rent. It's the 3rd threat of eviction that this stingy Russian has sent me this month. And I think it can keep the other 2 company. An old copy of the New York Voice. For once, the weather forecast seems to have been right. I've never seen this much rain coming down. It's like a hurricane hit New York. The certainty with which Mayor Weston claims he'll be re-elected makes me think that his electoral campaign isn't relying solely on rallies and handshakes. At the end of the day, you can always buy the votes that you can't win with your ideas. Cardinal Rastinger gets up in arms about alcohol abuse. This is the kind of news that tells me that the church and I will never get along too well. An umbrella in an umbrella holder. It seems to make sense. I'd rather get wet than walk around with those dumb umbrellas. It looks like a movie poster. I can't figure out the title. The only thing I can make out is a Navy ship. It's a notice from Slavonsky. All tenants are asked not to leave strollers near building stairs. I don't think it's funny. Vladimir Alexandrovich Slavonsky. It must be the kids from the 3rd floor. I've got to admit, they have a good imagination for pranks. There's nothing more welcoming than a welcome sign in Cyrillic. Well, at least I hope that it says welcome on it. Slavonsky's Porter Lodge. That stingy Russian spends the whole day inside this hole. Weird he's not here now. I think this is a matryoshka. Even if, from that sour expression, it doesn't look like something a kid would play with. These trash bags give it that certain touch of decay that makes this place unique. I don't want to go up. I wanted my office to be on the ground floor so that I wouldn't have to go upstairs every day. Vote for Mayor Smith. Vote for a better New York. Great slogan. A 3-year-old couldn't have done better. My office is behind these windows. Small, dirty, and far from welcoming. Trash, the only thing that's never missing from a New York street. My office. This is the fire escape. Knowing the high standards of this building, they might collapse as soon as you put a foot on them. The Slavonsky Apartments. The last refuge of rejects and ex-criminals in retirement. It's certainly not the best place to open a detective's office, but these days, I can't afford to be too picky. Actually, it's not that bad. The rent is low, and you're not forced to fake a smile for the neighbors. It's a notice to residents, warning them about mice in the neighborhood. Mice, another fabulous and exclusive attraction on the Lower East Side. There's nothing interesting there. That's a cab. Since my car is still parked in Harlem, it's the only way that I can get to Brooklyn. Since they abolished Prohibition, advertisements for booze have filled the city streets. What was once considered public enemy #1 is now our best friend. Old Abraham's jewelry store. In the end, they even managed to close down that old Jewish tightwad. If this recession continues, in another 2 years, the Lower East Side won't have any businesses left open. There's nothing in there. I bet old Abraham found a way to carry out even the floorboards before he left. The elections for mayor of New York are coming up. All the roads are plastered with idiotic slogans. Politicians. I hate those people. I'm not going to pick up every object that I find around. A picturesque trash heap. Forget it. I'm not touching it. Mackenzie's store. It was the only drugstore around. Now I have to go halfway across the east side just to buy a pack of smokes. Those boards nailed over the door make me think it's closed. One of the many smoking manholes that characterizes the streets of New York. I have no intention of walking halfway across Manhattan on foot. A cab, that's just what I need.
Hi, buddy. I help you?
Take me to the Melville Port in Brooklyn.
Sorry, friend. I know in service.
What does that mean?
It means I no work. I on break. No ride, no work, and no question. I on break.
When is your break over?
Oh, I don't know. Can be 2 or 3 hours.
You're on a 3-hour break? What kind of nightcab are you if you take a 3-hour break in the middle of the night?
I don't talk about my work with you, especially when I on break.
I need to go to the Melville Port. It's urgent.
Buddy, it's your problem, not mine. I off. If you big hurry, call cab company and have send other cab.
Take me to the Melville Port. I'll pay you twice the fare.
I no want money. I earn big money today, and now I on break.
Damn, driver. Take me to the Melville Port right now.
You deaf power? I off. If you big hurry, call cab company and have send other cab.
Goodbye.
You said white word. Goodbye.
A damned cab on break. The telephone.
Hello, New York operator. I'm listening.
The taxi company, please.
Coming up. Hello, Binkle Taxi. What can I do for you?
I need a cab.
Where are you?
Essex Street, on the Lower East Side.
Hold, please. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
I'm sorry, but the only driver in your area isn't answering his radio. He seems to have disappeared into thin air.
You don't have any other cab?
No, not right now. No one wants to work the night shift in South New York. The area is full of knuckleheads.
So the only cab available in this area is the one with this disappeared driver.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him in days. We even reported him missing to the police, but they don't care about a disappeared Mexican cab driver. They keep telling us that sooner or later a detective will contact us by radio and they'll start an investigation, but I still haven't heard from anyone. Anyway, I can send you a cab from Harlem, but it'll still take about half an hour.
No, I can't wait. I'll figure out something else.
Okay, bye.
All I needed was a missing cab driver. It seems that the only way to get away from here is that damn Chinese cab driver.
You again, buddy? I already told you, I on break.
The company says that there are no cabs in the area.
Well, obviously. I only cab driver in area.
Hey, wait. The receptionist said the only cab driver for this area disappeared 3 days ago.
Disappear? I know disappear. I know answer radio, that all.
And why don't you answer the radio?
I sell it, make big money.
You sold the radio?
Yes, sold. I pick up more client going round. Radio no help.
So you're the only driver in the area?
Yes, and I on wake.
Something smells fishy.
And what you want now?
The receptionist said the cab driver who disappeared was a fat Mexican, and you don't seem much like a fat Mexican.
I don't understand what you say.
You understand all too well if you ask me. I'm not interested in your game, but if you're Mexican, I'm Abe Lincoln.
I Mexican, adopted Mexican. Lived many years in Mexico with uncle.
Of course. And what's your uncle's name?
My uncle called Diego de la Vega.
Diego de la Vega is Zorro.
Yes. His friends often call him Zorro.
He's make-believe. He doesn't exist.
What? You tell me my uncle no exist?
Let's knock it off with this story. I don't care who you are, or where you come from, or what you did with the Mexican driver. Just take me to the Melville port, and I'll keep my mouth shut about all this. Easy, right?
You blackmail me.
You can call it whatever you want. That's just how things are.
I no listen to blackmail.
Whatever you want. I hope the police believe your story about being Zorro's Chinese nephew.
Okay. You win. You get in cab, but no say nothing to nobody about this.
That's better.
Where we go?
The Melville port in Brooklyn. The cab glides over Manhattan Bridge, a solitary figure ignoring the speed limit. In my head, a quartet of pneumatic hammers continues to bang on my temples, reminding me that there's still a good amount of whiskey in my veins. Not exactly the best way to go to a meeting that seems like it was set up to get rid of someone quickly.
You happy now? I bring you here and now I go away.
You're not going anywhere. Wait for me here.
I must wait you here? I don't want to wait you here. This place is scary. I want to go.
Stop whining or I swear I'll get your taxi driver's license revoked.
License? Need license to drive cab?
Great. A Chinese cab driver without a license who's driving the cab of some Mexican guy that nobody can find.
Welcome to New York.
Better not waste time and head for the port's entrance. The appointment was more than half an hour ago. There's no one here. This is the right place, and I'm not that late that most people wouldn't still be waiting. I don't like this. I'd better take a look around. Melville Port. In the 1920s, it was an important loading and unloading point for fishermen who frequented the East River, but I hadn't heard about it for years. I thought it had closed. It's the Manhattan Bridge. They finished it about 20 years ago. It connects Lower Manhattan with Brooklyn. It's the Harbor Master's office. There's a notice. We would like to inform you that the Harbor Master's office is open daily from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. An open can. Looks like there's pitch in there. The pitch looks like it can still be used. A stop sign. There's a toy company logo on these crates. Who knows? Maybe Santa Claus decided to give up his sleigh for a more practical merchant ship. A wooden stick. From the markings on the side, it must be one of the rods they use to measure the depth of the water.